Good morning, guys. So it's Friday and I've nearly got through my first week of the reduced calories and it's gone all right, to be fair. Yesterday, in all honesty, had a bit of a wobble. Wednesday night was a lively one with it being Halloween, and got to bed a little later than I would have wanted, was up a little earlier than I would have wanted, and the day therefore I was quite tired and it was quite long, and times like that, you know, you start to feel a little bit hungry. Now I knew I didn't need the extra calories because I didn't need the extra calories for the first 3 days of this week, so I knew I'd be all right, and I just got through it and went to bed. But it was, it's one of those wobbles. It's probably the most tested I've been so far, and and this happens, and you just gotta stay strong and remember what you're doing it for, and that's that. And social occasions are always tricky because people don't always understand what you're doing, why you're doing, and you don't really feel like you have to explain yourself to people. So if you can just say, I'm not drinking at the moment, or no, I've eaten this evening, thank you, and just sort of that, and try and leave it like that, it's better. Because if you start trying to explain that you're on a transformation diet, or you're following your macros or anything like that, the people just won't understand, and they'll make it difficult for you. So yeah, just try and get through those wobbles, because they will happen. So what I want to talk to you today is about habits, because what happens a lot of the time when we go on a new transformation journey or weight loss program is that there tends to be a lot of things that we try and change all at once. So you go, oh, weight loss, well, I'm going to reduce my calories, I'm going to go to the gym every day, I'm going to stop drinking alcohol, I'm not going to eat any red meat, I'm not going to eat any dairy, drink any dairy or eat any dairy, I'm not going to have any gluten, I'm going to have 4 litres of water a day. So all those things to try and do, then you are going to fail, because you just get completely overwhelmed, and it makes it all feel a lot harder than it needs to be. So the best thing to do is basically to identify your priority habit change, okay? And whether that's to stop or to start, that's the one you need to focus on, okay? And you focus on one at a time. So for me, for example, with this, what I've decided to focus on is improving my positivity in the morning. And how I do that is I get up early, and rather than get up and do my 10 minutes meditation at home, which is what I had been doing, I now go for a walk, do my meditation while I'm walking, and listen to a podcast after the sunrise. That's how I start my day now. That's how I've been starting my day for the last 4 weeks. And it's been brilliant. And it's something that now that habit is almost got to the stage where it's sort of routine. Yeah? So that's what I'm doing. So what I would advise you to do, and what I advise all of my BodyFit members to do, is to think of one significant habit and focus on one at a time, but also make yourselves accountable. Hold on, my dog's tied around me. One sec. Make yourselves accountable by letting your coach, so in this case it would be me, or for us it's other BodyFit members. You can let your significant others know what you're doing. Sometimes they're not always positive though, so it's good to be in a group of people that are doing a similar thing, and you make yourself accountable by letting them know what your priority habit is and how you do along your journey. And that is great motivation. Yeah? So it's just a short one this morning. I'm actually walking all right. I thought I was going to struggle because my leg training session on Wednesday was pretty pretty tough. But what I'd done is I programmed a day off yesterday. So because I'd programmed a day off yesterday, I concentrated on some mobility, and I got out and did 10,000 steps of walking, and it's just freed my legs off a little, so that's good. And today I've got a pull session, so I'm back in the gym again this afternoon for a pull session. So I'm gonna leave you right now with basically just this note. All right, you only need motivation until a habit is formed. Okay, after that, routine will take care of itself, so then you can focus on another habit. And if you focus on just one habit at a time, I'm telling you, it makes the journey a hell of a lot easier, and you will enjoy the process. All right, so I'm gonna catch you later on. Bye bye. Okay, so I've just completed my pull session for today. It's quite a challenging one. So a lot of supersets in there, a lot of work in rest phases to keep my heart rate ramped up, and a good little metabolic finisher at the end just to get a good calorie burn. So weightlifting session and burnt over 1,000 calories again. So this has been a pretty successful week in terms of training. I felt really good today. I think the good amount of sleep I had last night, and then the rest day yesterday actually put me in good stead. So I felt really good. So yeah, absolutely attacked that. So that was all great. So over the weekend, basically, what have I got left? I've done all my training. So for this week, so I've done a push. I've done my weights, which has been a push, a pull, and a leg. I've done one conditioning and ab session, and so I've got another cardio session to do over the weekend, and I'll hit my abs again. But that's literally all I've got, so I'll do that in one hit. So I'll basically have a rest day tomorrow, and then do cardio and abs on Sunday, ready to start rock and roll again next week. So that's my training. So that's all gone pretty well. And you'll notice that in my rest days, I did mobility and made sure that I was getting outside and walking. I'll do the same thing tomorrow. So although I have rest days, I make sure I'm active in those rest days. I try not to sit around too much. It all helps keeping your metabolism fired up, and it all helps with burning those extra calories, all right, which is essential. So it's time now to answer some of your questions.
How do you stick to your eating plan and diet over the weekend? And also, what about alcohol? Do you drink alcohol at all, or do you abstain completely when you are on this plan?
All right, this is a great question. So social occasions can really interrupt your progress. Now, you don't need to, it doesn't mean you need to stay indoors and never go out and, lose all your friends just because you are doing a transformation. What you need to do is just plan ahead. So if you're going out for dinner, then you just need to look at the menu in advance and plan your calories and macros for the day. Allow yourself the calories you need to go out in the evening. All right, so it just takes a little bit more planning, that's all. You just need to look at the menu in advance. Now, most menus nowadays will be online, and you'll be able to easily pick what will fit with your macros and with your plan beforehand. If you fail to, if you don't know that you're going out, you're just out in the day and you stop by a restaurant or stop by for lunch or dinner, then all you need to do is stick with what you've been doing. So you roughly know how many calories you're having per meal. So whether you're having 3 or 4 meals per day and you're spacing your calories out that way, all right, you know roughly how many calories can be allotted to that particular meal. You also know that you are going on a higher protein. So if you go for protein first, make sure you've got lean protein, fish, chicken, turkey, and lots of veg in your dinner. you're really not going to go far wrong. You know, any dressings and stuff, just have on the side. And you'll be able to track everything through MyFitnessPal as you've been doing. Easy peasy. All right, so it doesn't have to be difficult. The second part of the question, alcohol. So normally what I do is I will circulate my calories and allow some extra calories over the weekend for drinking. All right, now at this moment in time, because I have reduced my calories, I don't really want to go much lower than I am now with my food. Okay, I've dropped 500 calories per day in order for me to start seeing a change, and I need those calories, that fuel, so that I can train properly. If I use some of those calories for alcohol, which provides my body with nothing, all right, it's good fun, granted, and I do enjoy a nice wine and a G&T for sure, but at this moment in time, my priority is to do my transformation, and alcohol will get in the way of those results based on the calories. Yeah, I need all my calories to come from food to fuel my body and power through my training. That is the most important thing, because I want to keep hold of all my muscle. All right, but so it's not that you can't drink. At this moment in time, I'm choosing not to, because it's just easier to maintain what I want. Once I've got where I want to, I can bring alcohol back in and use it, so I will have more calories over the weekend for social occasions, for alcohol consumption, etc. So I still enjoy life, but I'm making sure that I have slightly less then through the week, so Monday to Thursday. All right, so you don't have to give up alcohol altogether, but certainly restricting yourself for a few weeks while you get into things is definitely, my advice would be the way to go, and it's definitely what I'm doing at this moment in time. I probably restrain from drinking alcohol for the whole 6 weeks, and there's no reason why I need to. I've just got my head focused. It's all about priorities, and that's what I want to do, but it doesn't mean that I can't socialize. All right? I don't need alcohol in order to socialize. I can socialize in lots of ways, and it's absolutely not a priority to get smashed on a weekend at this moment. All right, cool. So that answers your questions. Over the weekend, as I say, I'm gonna carry on with what I'm doing, and I will get back to you on Monday with another exciting episode of my transformation journey. So until then, have a smashing weekend, guys. Bye bye.